I used to believe that love, if it was quiet and loyal and patient enough, could grow into something unbreakable, that if you showed up every day, if you listened, if you supported someone's dreams instead of competing with them, eventually they would look at you and realize that you were not temporary, not replaceable, not invisible, and I built my entire idea of happiness around that belief without ever asking myself whether the person I loved believed the same thing. When I met him, I was exactly the kind of girl people overlook without realizing they are doing it. Not loud, not magnetic, not someone who walks into a room and becomes the center of attention, but someone who notices small details, who remembers birthdays, who shows up when others are too busy, who loves deeply and quietly and without spectacle. And he seemed to like that about me, at least at first, because next to him, I made him look confident, impressive, important. He was charming in a careless way, the kind of man who never had to try too hard to be liked, whose friends laughed loudly at his jokes, whose presence filled space effortlessly. And when he chose me, when he paid attention to me, when he made me feel seen in ways I had never felt before, I told myself that maybe quiet girls get chosen too, that maybe being steady and kind could be enough. What I didn't know, what I couldn't have imagined at the time, was that to him, I was not a partner. I was a project. I was a story he wanted to tell. I was proof. He asked me out with confidence, introduced me to his friends early, posted pictures of us, talked about future plans in ways that made me believe we were building something real. And I trusted him, not because he was perfect, but because he was consistent, because he called when he said he would, because he held my hand in public, because he made me feel like I mattered. I didn't know that behind my back, I was already part of a joke. It started as a bet, something careless and cruel and almost casual, made over drinks and laughter, a challenge thrown between men who were bored and needed entertainment. And the way they framed it later, the way they tried to justify it, was that they never meant for it to go that far, that it was just about seeing if he could make the quiet girl fall in love, if he could turn someone